Ooh. We are live and we are ready. Oh, look at that. Sorted out from last time and we have the HD going. Get the wee record button going here for the live stream. Whew. Let me mute my phone. How dark is it in Moldova? Seems a bit poetic. It is actually 1 year to the day since that night in Serbia. No curse of the commentator here. Test sound. Okay. I think the team is very strong, mate. The only sort of person you might be swapping out is possibly Stuart Armstrong. But that's about it. And just FYI, that message has just popped up on my screen, so there is quite a bit of delay until I see your message and have a response, because we're using HD today, as last time it was very, very crap and like basic quality, so bear with if there's a delay in the response. Is there anything you would change to the team? Seems like a full 40-second delay. Just having a wee watch here. I do like the squad. I think we've got a lot of strength in it. I'm going to bring up the thing here. Like, Che Adams up front with Armstrong and McGinn behind is quite a good, strong defence, but without Christie, I think the creativity kind of lacks with Stuart Armstrong, because he's not really had that much of a run out for Scotland and that much gelling with the players. But that doesn't really mean anything bad. It just means there's some stuff for him to do. McGregor and Gilmore in the middle, very confident with that. As much as Gilmore really doesn't have the amount of starts he should have with Norwich, Kenny McLean surprisingly keeping him out the squad, but Norwich are doing pretty damn terrible, so who knows what the manager was doing there before he gets sacked. Tierney Robertson on the left hand side, pretty standard, absolutely solid. There's nothing really complain about that. Patterson gets a next start again, which is good to see. Stephen O'Donnell, he's done his sort of time for as much as he can. Nathan Patterson's got a lot going forward, so we love to see that. No Grant Hanley, and Liam Cooper steps in. Both Premier League centre backs, both very strong players in their position. Obviously, Leeds are a little bit better than Norwich, but you can't really blame Norwich's entire downfall on Grant Hanley alone. The team just is awful. So I think Liam Cooper will do a job there. Jack Hendry on the right hand side, very strong player as well. So it's quite strong, to be fair. Quite happy with it. I think that maybe Xander Clark could have got a start in this game personally, because if he's going to have another goal, Craig Gordon is getting on a bit. This might have been the game that you might want to give a goal with someone like that. But we've got the decision. We can't really go with that. John McLaughlin, I don't see it at all. I definitely see Kevin Nisbet getting a run out at some point during the game. I'd say that's more of an attacking side, to be honest, rather than defensive. Where this is our sort of formation with the 3 at the back and the 2 wing backs going up ahead. I think it's actually quite strong going forward rather than parking the bus. This is what we're used to. This is what we set up with every other game, really. So I'm quite happy with it, to be honest. Just have a look at the other players here. Jacob Brown, will he make a start or not? Sorry, will he make a sub appearance? Possibly, but it won't be till the 67th minute. Yeah, kind of have to agree with Chris Boyd here. I think it's sort of a back 3 with 2 wing backs. Like Tierney and Nathan Patterson, yeah, they are natural left back and right back respectively, but they're way better at going up the pitch, especially having Jack Hendry and Kieran Tierney, that they can do the overlapping and sit behind them. It's definitely a 3-4-3. I wouldn't say it's a part of the bus formation. Like, we still will go out and get... I still think this might be a 1-0, you know. I really don't know what I'm thinking. This is a one-off game in my head, right? A win here and we're sorted. We can all go out and have a big party tonight that we're going to the playoffs. Just having a watch here on Sky Sports. Che Adams interview coming up. Oh, got a wee bit to go still till the game starts, but I was just testing it out because I thought the stream was definitely low quality last time, so I wanted to make sure everything was up and running. You would change Armstrong and bring on Nisbet and bring John McGinn more central. You could do that. We have been playing with 2 strikers in quite a lot of the recent matches. I don't know 100% if I agree with that, because in this sort of game, it's got to be a win and nothing else. That you do not want to be leaving it in the hands of Israel, because we don't know what's going to happen on Monday against Denmark. That's always going to be a massive struggle. I think it's grinding out a win rather than go for the win. You say park the bus, but I think it's going to be a very midfield heavy game. We're not really going to be inviting that much pressure into us. So I think it's going to be a Stuart Armstrong, John McGinn going a bit creative and try to feed the ball through to Che Adams rather than over the top through balls that we used to do with Lyndon Dykes, but he's obviously suspended this game. So yeah, it's not a bad idea. Is McGinn up front? No, he's playing like centre attacking mid. He's playing like right cam, if that's even a position, but if you play FIFA you would know what that is. Oh, I am a little bit nervous, you know. I think this is going to be a lot tougher than you would expect. But that's just the Scotland way. Well, watch us get beat tonight, and then we'll go and beat Denmark on Monday. That's just the Scotland way, to be honest. So I'm just sorting out the things here. Can everyone... My prediction I said to my dad, I was saying, I think it's going to be a 1-0 win, Andy Robertson. Because last time I predicted a goal scorer, it actually happened. John McGinn, first goal scorer against Israel. That's sort of what I'm going with. I'm not 100% convinced it's going to be the scorer because it could be an absolute riot and we go and score about 5. Because you need to remember, a lot of these players are going to be playing for their positions, especially in the playoffs and the World Cup. So no one's really going to be sitting back if you go 1-0 up, unless it's the absolute command from Clarkey. I think it's going to be a lot more high demand because nobody's going to want to show off, or sorry, no one's going to mess up. Everyone's going to want to show off and try to do something. But I was saying as well that this isn't the same Scotland squad that we've known for the last 2 decades. These boys are a bit more special than what we've had before. And yeah, we've had our Darren Fletchers, Barry Fergusons, Scott Browns, James Forrest and all that who haven't actually made it into a tournament before. This is actually a special squad that we've got. You say 1-0 Scotland and Adams getting us a goal. Is it going to be a penalty or a header or a goal? I'll put that one to you. But I'm looking forward to this game. This is going to be a huge one for us. And it's so poetic that it is 1 year to the day from the Serbia game. It's written in the stars, but I just have a bad feeling. I don't know why. I've got something in my stomach. Moldova have got 1 point, and it just seems weird the fact that we're probably going to lose to them and then beat Denmark. Which is always a scary thing to think. They're doing the warm-ups now. We've got about 18 minutes till the game starts. Is Moldova going to park the bus? So they're playing 5 at the back, right? No wing backs or nothing. 3 centre backs, left back, right back. As you might be able to see on the phone there. Oh wow, my green screen actually picks that up. Hang on, I think I had live score up earlier on. That's definitely green as well, but you might be able to see where the players line up. But yeah, I'd imagine they're going to be parking the bus and try to play in the counter-attack. But it's all about building up our midfield's momentum and confidence. Got a long way to go still. Che Adams interview's going on right now in Sky Sports. I have a question for everyone. Like, how much, like, obviously there might be younger viewers here, there might be ones that are going out and everything, but that game against Israel, how good was your night out, night in, whatever you were doing? Because to me, that was unbelievable. Ended up staying at 4 o'clock in the morning, just drinking cans in the house. They did that against Israel. They parked the bus. You know what? It's a bit bad for me, but I didn't actually watch their highlights of the last game. I think I might have just stuck it on Sky Sports when we played the Faroe Islands, like the YouTube clip, but I didn't actually watch the full game. Or at least anything like that. But they're not a pushover. They're definitely better than what you would expect them to be. But we've got a wee while to go yet. I definitely think, like, there's no doubt in it that we're better than them. But the question is whether we can actually perform tonight. I'd just rather the job get done tonight and then we test ourselves now against Denmark on Monday. Do a bit of creative stuff because Denmark's already qualified, so you don't expect them to be doing anything a bit silly. Who's ringing me? Hang on. Hello? Hello, did you get it on? No commentary? strong squad. Yeah, get the job done tonight and then go for it. I think the only one you might be able to play is maybe Swat and Ryan Christie if he was available for yes, heavy maybe which is fine for this game. Yeah, but he's the lone striker plays that. I've already told you. It's going to be Robertson more than anyone. Robertson hasn't scored. He's had so many chances. Yeah, no, that was saying that Robertson was probably going to go for it because he's not done in the league. He's going to get set piece. Well, sorry, father was on the phone. Do I think that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will be sacked? I think he should be on the verge of losing his job, but the way Man United have ran through managers over the past 10 years, really, since Fergie left, I think that there's a good possibility that he's going to make it to the end of the season. Only because if they didn't get Conte, who are they going to bring in? Like, I don't know if anyone else is available for them to bring in. He was the only really big available manager. But you look what Villa have done, bringing Steven Gerrard in from Rangers. They just throw money at it and they get who they want, even though Rangers are still in Europe, top of the league, reluctantly in Scotland. And I don't know who's got the better end of the deal there, but they've got him. They've got Steven Gerrard. They threw money at it and they bring him into the Premier League. Whereas Man United, who would they bring in if they got rid of Solskjaer? They're not going to bring in Lampard. You know, he's available, but there's not a chance he'll be going. Brendan Rodgers, after being at Liverpool and Leicester, I don't see that happening. Although he was linked with the Arsenal job there for a wee while, which was a bit bizarre. I really don't know. I honestly don't know who Man United could replace with Solskjaer. Like, Xavi's now settled in at Barcelona, although they did throw a 3-0 win away, which is bizarre as well. What do you think? Like, who do you think would be the next Man United manager if Solskjaer did lose his job? Getting so close to game time now. I think, like, this, from what I see on the screen compared to what you guys see, is about a minute. So apologies if I am a bit slow on response or my reaction. It's only because now we're streaming in HD. Woohoo! Oh. You think Rodgers will go to Man United after being Liverpool manager? Has that ever happened before? I'm not saying that it can't happen, or it would just be strange for an ex-Liverpool manager to go to Man United. Where was Rodgers before Liverpool? Was it Swansea? I think it was Swansea before he went there. But he's doing a pretty good job at Leicester. Like, I am a Celtic fan. There's no hiding that. But the way he left Celtic was absolutely disgusting, and Rangers fans laughed. And now the way Gerrard's left is the same thing. But going back to your original point, I don't. You would take Zidane. Is Zidane really going to come to Man United? I don't think so. I really don't. I don't think that would happen. Like, it might, but it's well without realm. Like, I don't know. Depends how much money. Like, everyone's got a price, don't they? But I don't think the Glaziers would spend that amount of money on Zidane, because it's one bad season and it's a couple of bad results in a row. But the amount of money they spent. Rodgers was at Watford? No way. No way. I'm sure it was Swansea. Off to Google. Brendan Rodgers, Wikia. Yeah, it was Watford way back, to be honest. He started at Chelsea reserves, Watford, Reading, then Swansea, and he went from Swansea to Liverpool, Celtic, and he's been at Leicester ever since. So yeah, you were right, but I didn't even know he was the Watford manager back in 2008. Right, 7 minutes now to kick off. It has, like, they're just saying here about how well the Scotland squad is, and in my lifetime, like, I was born in 91, so I vaguely remember the 98 World Cup. Anything before that, I don't. This has definitely been the best Scotland squad I've seen in my lifetime, of, like, my footballing fan lifetime anyway. I'm looking forward to this. 7 minutes, that's it. It's good to see some of the Tartan armies already made it to Moldova. Like, that's a tough place to get to, the amount of travel restrictions as well. Oh. You know what? You've got to give Ali McCoist his respect as a commentator. He's absolutely brilliant. Fair play. Like, there's actually a lot of the Tartan army that made it out there. Oh, I'll win tonight and we're in the playoffs, boys. This is unbelievable. So I'm just turning off my laptop here. He is a good commentator. Who was the guy that used to do it with Ian Crocker beforehand? The one that done the Serbia game and stuff. He was also very good. This is one question that I'd love to ask Kieran Tierney. Why did he never sing the national anthem? Like, I know I'm not singing it now, but that's one thing I've never... Like, Kieran Tierney is my absolute boy. Like, Celtic legend, and Arsenal would be my English team that I support. But I never understand why he never sings the national anthem. I'm just having a look at the stadium now. There is a hefty amount there, to be honest. In fact, Jesus, they've got this is a home game. That entire stand is all Scotland fans. Like 90% of them wearing their kilts as well. I don't know the Moldova national anthem. Oh, it's going to be a big game, this. Oh, a win tonight and we're in the playoffs. I was going through the Scotland history there on Wikipedia earlier on today to find out when was the last time Scotland were in a playoffs match, and it was the 1998 World Cup that we qualified for. I thought that we might have made one in like maybe the early 2000s or something, and obviously we were so unlucky against the one against Slovenia. Yeah, the Moldova fans look a bit sad. Like, the stadium's empty. I actually find that quite weird. I suppose they're bottom of their group or whatever. There's nothing really for them to play for, but there's that the majority of the people in that stadium are Scotland fans. Probably would have been easy to get a ticket, but getting there is an absolute mission. So, oh, they're actually not playing 5 at the back. They're playing 3-5-2, which is a bit contrast to what we had earlier on. Andy Robertson line up to take kickoff. Or not to kickoff, sorry, to do the coin toss. Oh my god, it's a Serbian referee. You know when they flip the coin and they say, which side do you want? The players that are set up on one side, have they ever swapped? You get 6 people on a yellow card as well. I can't remember Billy Gilmore's yellow card, actually, thinking about it. Just watching the stream back here, I definitely need to get a new headset without green on it with a green screen behind me. Stephen O'Donnell and Nisbet also on yellow cards. That's 8 players on yellow cards. I'm glad we're this far into the qualifiers that it's not going to matter anymore. Come on! Oh, if we were to go back to 1 year ago and replay that, unreal. I'm looking forward to this now. Moldova have actually some fans in there, but they're all scattered about the stadium. It's not as busy. We seem to have everyone down one side of the pitch here. Is like, anyone remember that scene from The Longest Yard where they just sort of pass it and run down? Yeah, right enough. We've won 4 in a row now. Right, this is it. Kick-off time. Ready to go now. Pass back there from kick-off. We've taken it. And straight out and they get a throw-in. I don't know what the hell the point of that was, but so wait. Moldova coming down the left-hand side here. And I can't really see the numbers at all. The camera quality that they've got here showing the game is a bit poor, especially in the Scotland side. You can't really work out the numbers. Liam Cooper over there to Kieran Tierney, over to Andy Robertson, and obviously our main strength is coming down this left-hand side. David Marshall's picked it up, passing it around. Scotland are just keeping possession of the ball around their back line. A big hoof up the pitch there from Kieran Tierney. Oh, I don't know why John McGinn didn't chest that down. He would have had control and then on goal. Just sort of keeping possession here. Oh, John McGinn wrestles free there. Great ball through there to Stuart Armstrong. Stuart Armstrong tucks it back over to Kieran Tierney. Kieran Tierney back to Stuart Armstrong with a cross in. A nutmeg pass, but right into the defenders there of the Moldova player. Pressure still on though by Stuart Armstrong, who has hoofed it up the left hand side of the pitch. And a great touchdown there. Kieran Tierney takes control and over there to... Can you see who that is? I think it's Billy Gilmore. The numbers here are a nightmare. Just passing it around. Good possession stats here from Scotland so far. We're keeping control of the ball in the right areas. Liam Cooper just turning around, keeping control of the ball. Pass it over there to the right hand side there of Nathan Patterson. Or Jack Hendry. Of massive distance and size as well. Great cross over there to Robertson, who crosses in. Oh, is it a goal? Yes! Che Adams, 1-0. Come on. Offside, you bastard. How's it offside? It did look a bit sketchy there, to be honest, but... We'll be coming. We'll be coming. Oh. Is he off? That's a touchy, questionable one. Good start though, even if it is offside. We've got promise going forward. TA Australia. Good man, yourself. What time is it where you are to be up at this side? Yeah, John McGinn should have possibly had it, but it's a good start so far. They're shaky at the back and we now need to exploit that. Just keep control of the ball. I'm okay with that. Like, it was offside, but it's good promise so far about where our positioning is. Che Adams now takes the ball over the halfway line, pass it over, gets hits off the referee. Cal McGregor collects it. And it goes back there for a drop ball, I assume. Billy Gilmore's taking it. Okay, Billy Gilmore's number 14, because it's very hard to tell who's actually got the ball with this really weird camera angle on the Scotland kit. 4 o'clock in the morning. Well, you're a brave and respectable man for getting up to watch the game. My parents are in Jamaica right now, and it's 12 o'clock in the afternoon Friday for them watching it. Pass over here to Nathan Patterson. He's keeping the ball back to David Marshall. Moldova's put a little bit of pressure on, but now they've got the ball going up there. Collected down quite gently there by Moldova. I'm just going to have to say Moldova because I don't know any of their players. Oh, they had a shot there that was just a bit wide. I literally don't know any of the Moldova players. I was looking at the squad list earlier on. I was thinking, I don't know who any of them guys play for. But if we're Scotland and we do Scotland normal, we're going to probably get a draw. But looking at that away stand, it's a home game to us. You can see them all taking a wee Uber over at the other side just so they can all be setting up here to be on the other side of the goal. Right, Kieran Tierney putting pressure on, coming up the side of the pitch. Pass it over there to Callum McGregor. Pass over there to Andy Robertson. There's a long cross over there to, I think, Nathan Patterson. Yeah, it is. Takes a touchdown. Great ball down to Billy Gilmore. Billy Gilmore touches it down. Pass it over around to Che Adams. Che Adams looking for somebody. Stuart Armstrong coming over and a shot direct at the keeper. Why are we passing it from the back? Because we don't have Lyndon Dykes to take down these big headers that we normally do. Great ball there from Che Adams to Stuart Armstrong, but not the best connection with him. I did mention that he might have been our weak link previously, but we've got to support the boys who are on the pitch. Moldova now have the ball, passing it around, try to do a little one-touch passing. collecting it over now. They don't really know what they're doing with it because they've not got really target. Armstrong's leaving a man over there free, and now he collects the ball down here on the right hand side, and oh, he's got to be offside. Yeah. That was a weird free kick. It could have been a handball depending who was judging that. Watch the lads and then wake up. Full English to start the day. Don't you mean a full Scottish? Get your black and white pudding, bit of slice, toast. Bottles come down now. John McGinn's taking it out wide. Looking for someone available. Cross right over there, but it was intercepted there by Moldova. Kieran Tierney takes the rebound though and passes the ball back over to Andy Robertson. Good tackle there. Andy Robertson still has the ball. Oh, it's now a free kick now to Moldova, and I'm not really sure why. I don't think that's a foul. Realistically, that seems a bit of a soft free kick. Yeah, Scotland have started quite well in this situation. Moldova take their free kick right up down the right hand side, and a little bit of a foul, but they take it in. Kieran Tierney recovers it with a long ball up over to Stuart Armstrong, who does an amazing cross over there to, I think, Nathan Patterson, who's pushing down this right hand side. He's looking for someone available. John McGinn is, Billy Gilmore's looking for somebody. Passes it back to Jack Hendry. A couple of one-touch passes. It's good, and a tackle from behind, but recovered there by Jack Hendry. Pass over to Kieran Tierney. He has Andy Robertson free. Andy Robertson collects the ball right now. Great over the top through ball there for Che Adams, but his chest lets him down there with the touch. And Moldova go for a long ball clearance, but yet again collected there by Kieran Tierney, who's been collecting a lot of the balls going over the top of the back. Jack Hendry passes it back over there to Nathan Patterson on the right hand side. He's looking for someone available. Jack Hendry has to run back to make some space. Keeping the ball, just passing it around there for a second. Liam Cooper's now got his first touch of the ball in quite some time. Over to Jack Hendry. It's mad looking at the amount of Scotland fans in the stadium. For sure, an Iron Brew. Oh, 100%. You need your Iron Brew when you have breakfast in the morning. Tierney over to Cooper. Cooper over to Hendry. We're sort of just passing it around the back for a second. Trying to pull one of their players out of position. Nathan Patterson gives the ball away. Please do not have another first half of Israel game. Moldova now have possession. Great position in there from Andy Robertson, who's got Cal McGregor, who collects the ball. Billy Gilmore's got it, a long ball over there to Kieran Tierney, who touches it down perfectly. Good cross into the box there, but Moldova clear. Oh, great shot there from Billy Gilmore. Stuart Armstrong takes it, deflected. Back over there at Kieran Tierney, who's now collected the ball on the edge of the box on the left-hand side. Doesn't know what to do with it. A cross in there, and it goes out for a corner for Scotland. Some really good play there from Scotland. Fantastic stuff there. Unlucky from Billy Gilmore there not to get the shot on target. The wee man deserves a goal. Good start from Scotland. We're definitely in the right positions here. I can't see who's taking this. It's too far out. Moldova collect the corner. Very poor corner. It was very low. Didn't even break the first corner. Callum McGregor intercepts though the long ball. Goes out there to Nathan Patterson on the right hand side. He's looking for someone available. Callum McGregor makes himself available. Dribbling it over, and it goes over to Liam Cooper. Nearly intercepted. And picks up there. Scotland retain possession. A very difficult situation. Who's been better the first 10 minutes? I'd say Scotland. Like, unbiased as well. Like, Scotland have definitely been the better team so far this first half. Free kick now there to Scotland in their half, which is good. John McGinn get dragged down there. Both hands on him though. Should be a card. Weak free kick, and now it's going to be a throw into Moldova very deep in their half. So it's not a bad start for Scotland. Like, we have had more possession, couple of set piece chances. They've had one shot that went wide. I can hear the Super John McGinn song getting sang in the background there. All the Scotland Ultras getting behind it. This is fantastic start so far from Scotland. Obviously the goal was offside, but we're intercepting the long balls and we're putting a lot of pressure on them. Big long ball now coming through. Taken down there by Andy Robertson, but his first touch lets him off there. Now intercepted by Moldova, who are going to collect the ball in Scotland's half. Some guy called Rata, but I'm not going to remember everyone's name. And a cross in there, picked up there by, I think, I really can't tell these players. I think that's Callum McGregor. Someone got hacked down there. Che Adams collects the ball. He plays advantage. Ball did go out, but the ball is in still Che Adams' possession. Who's going forward. There's a long ball out there to Nathan Patterson coming down the right-hand side. His first touch there was I thought it was atrocious, but he got it. And now he's shoveled out, and it's going to be a goal kick. That first touch from Nathan Patterson let him down. But to be honest, I really thought that Che Adams went out with the ball. So if there was a goal, it probably would have been back there to VAR. Moldova seem to be playing for a clean sheet. Moldova have 1 point in the game. So yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that in the slightest. Moldova, they've got 1 point. And like, if they were to get 2 points, you're doubling their points total, which is probably good for them. But as it stands, Scotland have definitely had more pressure so far, and it's going to be a goal kick now to Moldova. This guy looks about 65, so I don't know how far he can kick the ball. He didn't even make the halfway line. So I think long shots might be the way we need to go. It's going to be a Scotland throw-in down the left-hand side from Andy Robertson, who's looking for someone available. Liam Cooper, you can see he's running up in the background. Over to Kieran Tierney, who's going to take the throw. Andy Robertson's obviously a lot better at running after that foul. But a couple of bad touches. Andy Robertson gets the header there, but knocks it out for a Moldova throw quite high up the pitch. We need to be very careful here about our mentality, because there's a lot of players here that are... I think we had 6 players on the field that are on a yellow card that would end up missing the Denmark game. But it's all or nothing tonight. The Denmark game can be a free game as long as we get the win tonight, so it doesn't really matter. Moldova has the possession in our half, taken there by Stuart Armstrong, who has a really bad pass. Scotland retained possession, and now we're passing it down here at the right hand side. Nathan Patterson over there to Jack Hendry. It's good to see how quickly we get back into our formation when we lose the ball. Stuart Tierney with a long ball there, but it's picked up there by Moldova and a very good interception. But the ball is in their half and they're passing it back to their centre backs, who are trying to find possession, but the pressure from Scotland is absolutely fantastic. Deflection there from Scotland, and oh my god, what a first touch there from Billy Gilmore, retaining possession there and then passing it around. Yeah, we need to take advantage of whenever a player is getting possession of the ball on their side, because they seem to not know what to do with the ball, any of these players. Great overlap and run there to Stuart Armstrong, who gets pushed down. Or no, he slipped. That would have been a bit of a soft free kick there, to be honest, if they got that one. Moldova now have possession at the halfway line, going a bit forward, trying to find somebody else. Jack Hendry putting a lot of possession on him there, and do not get a yellow card, young man. Sound like an old man there saying young man, but you don't want him getting another wee foul, giving away our yellow card that we don't need. Pass it back there to Craig Gordon there, who's taking it up there. To be fair, we haven't seen much of Craig Gordon, which is definitely beneficial from a Scotland point of view, but we're doing alright here. Callum McGregor taking possession of the ball, over to Andy Robertson, looking for someone available. Pass it back over to Kieran Tierney, and Scotland are just passing the ball around now, keeping a bit of, just keeping a bit of the ball. I've talked so much there. I understand why people have co-commentators for these. Oh, that's what you need the next can for. Well, cheers. Ball comes out there, picked up by, I think, Callum McGregor. Andy Robertson runs over to Stuart Armstrong. Andy Robertson is bombing it down that left-hand side. He gets the ball recovered. Great ball over there to Stuart Armstrong. He crosses it in. Picked over to somebody. A great save there by their 60-year-old keeper. Ball was away up in the air though. What else can you do? Moldova are going to score if we keep passing it around the back. I don't think so. I think that we're still going to win this game quite convincingly, to be honest. I know it's been 16 minutes, but I don't really see their goal threat. I don't like. You know what? And what I will say is, I don't think they'll score. I think we'll make a mistake. I don't think they'll outplay us in something. I think we'll make an absolute howler, and they'll go on to score. But we're touch wood, that doesn't happen. As it stands right now, Scotland are absolutely bossing this game. Oh, what a ball from Robertson to himself as well. Andy Robertson hits it right at the keeper. Oh, I said to my prediction earlier on that Andy Robertson would score 1-0, and that should have been it. Oh, man, Robbo. You would have made me look like a genius there. Oh, that should have been a goal. That's got to be 1-0. Right, Stuart Armstrong taking the corner kick here from the left-hand side. Whips it in, but it's going nowhere. Yet again, going straight at the first. Can't even beat the main man. David Marshall. What about David Marshall, Neil? John again over to Armstrong. Armstrong's looking for someone to pass it to. It's Craig Gordon. It's in goal for us. Well, we get another corner though. Don't really know how we got away with that one, but we'll take it. Subbed in, liked, good man, Brown Warrior. Thank you very much. I will be doing another stream on Monday for the Denmark game. And then I don't really know what we'll be doing. I'll probably be doing a live stream to find out who we get in the playoffs if we do win this game, touch wood. This is all Scotland. All Scotland, but we need to capitalise on this. I actually missed the Scotland-Moldova game when we were at home when we won 1-0. But that's because I was at a stag do and I can't say no to being one of them. So currently, like, Craig Gordon's now got the ball. And we're just passing it about. Big long ball there to Che Adams, but right over everyone, and the keeper collects it. He's waiting until somebody puts pressure on him. Did they say that keeper is 35 years old? Because I swear to God, that guy would be denying me a mortgage from 15 years in the banking industry. 35? How is he 35? No offence to the guy, but... Well, yeah, offence, like, I can't really deny that at this point, but he looks old. You would look at that guy and you think he's my dad, but he's only 5 years younger, or 5 years older than me. I don't want to see the other card. Scotland get a free kick there. Tierney collects it over there at Stuart Armstrong. Pass it down there from a great ball to Callum McGregor's first touch is perfect. Che Adams takes it out left, looking for someone available, and is going to go out there for another corner. Oh, what? It's going to be a goal kick? You mental? Charlie Adams breaking a set of teeth for a caramel. Wait, what? I said caramel. Charlie Adam is breaking a set of teeth for a camel. I don't know what that means. But you know what? Fair play. I can't believe that keeper's only 5 years older than me. Well, 6 technically. I'm not 30 yet. Give it 2 weeks. Moldova have only had that one shot, really. Like, it seems like a long time ago now, but Scotland have got the same problem of we can't put the ball in the net. Oh. Moldova on the counter here, but can he find anyone available? They really don't know what to do with their first touch, Moldova, and they just sort of hoof it about, and sometimes it lands at their player, sometimes it doesn't. Great clearance there away from Jack Hendry. Oh. Oh. Oh, there was a couple of lucky bounces there to Moldova, and they still got possession of the ball, but that would have been an absolute catastrophe if that went in. 67% possession to Scotland so far. He's he's 3 years younger than me, and I still play on the weekends. Fair play to you, man. I'm a bit chubby for that. Can he do it? Oh my god, Moldova nearly scored. What a save from McGordon. Ooh, Jesus Christ. Oh, that would have... You know what? One of them things with Scotland, though, if we go behind, we'll push forward to go and get the win. But it's always better to not do that. Oh, it's getting a bit... The team lineup is very strong, to be honest. Very strong. That's a foul. Scotland free kick. What time is it? Right, Scotland over there to Andy Robertson, who's looking for someone available. He pass it over back to Liam Cooper, or sorry, Tierney. He pass it over to Jack Hendry. Very, very ambitious ball there for Che Adams to try and collect, and now it's over to the 35-year-old. We're just going to call him the 35-year-old because it's ridiculous how old he makes me feel. Or sorry, young. I don't know what to even say about him. He's old, I'm young. Tierney over there at Billy Gilmore. Oh, very swift ball there, collected. Oh, what a dummy, but it was... it's going to be a foul in Moldova. Andy Robertson could possibly pick up a yellow there, but I think it'd be a bit harsh if he did. Moldova run it out, or is it going to be a corner? Nah. Going to be a nice wee goal kick for us. I think Moldova's definitely had the best chance because Andy Robertson scuffed that other one. That one was definitely more of a goalkeeper's more difficult save. Going to be a big goal kick now to Scotland. Go long. Dino Zoff was 40 still playing. Was he your man that played for Hungary? If I remember rightly, he was the one that played in Tracky Bottoms in the 2016 Euros. Or am I way off with that? Because I mind he was old. Throw in there for Moldova. It's going to be another Moldova throw. Moldova, another throw. It's too hard to even tell who's got possession of the ball here because the Scotland kit and the cameras we've got are very, very shite, to be honest. Right, Moldova have kept position here in the halfway line. A great overlap there to number 15. Looks for somebody and gets dispossessed and picked out there. But a really bad clearance there because Moldova pick up the ball again just shy of the halfway line. And their defenders now have the ball passing around the back. Moldova know what to do here anyway. They've definitely come into the game quite a bit more. Yeah, a goal would be great right now. Definitely calm the nerves. They're singing Super John McGinn, but I've not really seen him much this game at the minute. Moldova just keep possession, just pass it around, try to tire out some of the Scotland players. But this is the one we need to win. This is the chance. Oh, Che Adams collects it, going in one-on-one with the keeper, but the other defenders get back. Goes for a long shot, and the keeper saves it out for a corner. Ooh. What, did he not hit the target? I thought the keeper touched that. Wait, Che Adams missed the target? Oh my god. How do you not hit the net there? Right, BRB. And we're back. Right. Che Adams got possession of the ball. It's going to be out for a Scotland throw down this right hand side. Pass over there to Nathan Patterson. Over there to Jack Hendry. Keir Tierney has the ball. Looking for someone available. Right cross down there to someone. It's going to be a Scotland throw. Andy Robertson throw. Over to Stuart Armstrong. Kieran Tierney's looking for someone available. Doesn't know where to go. Pass it right back to Craig Gordon. Big ball up. Taken down there by Kieran Tierney. Looking for someone available. Billy Gilmore's available. Over there to Stuart Armstrong. Great touch over to Stuart Armstrong, going in close. Over there to Andy Robertson. Big cross in. Cal McGregor got it outside the box. Over there to Billy Gilmore. Out to Nathan Patterson. Back to McGregor. Over to Tierney. Does a big dribble in, gets dispossessed. Picked up again by Stuart Armstrong. We haven't lost possession actually. Over there at McGregor. Come on, Scotland got a lot of pressure on here. It would feel a shame to waste this. McGregor and Moldova have got possession of the ball there and they're keeping it at the halfway line. On a bit of a counter, but there's no one available for number 9. And all the Scotland players back. We had a good bit of possession there, but we just didn't capitalise on it at all. Moldova have the ball. Number 5 has it now for Moldova. Back to their keeper, who's a big long ball. And it goes out for a Scotland throw on the right hand side. Nathan Patterson's ready to throw it. Is it cold in Moldova right now, or is it a bit further? Is it like the south part of where Russia used to be? I'm not actually sure. Based on some of the players wearing the underlining shirts, I'd assume it is cold, but well, I suppose it is November. It could be absolutely foundered. didn't know that actually. Nathan Patterson's only had 2 sub appearances since the last break. Ah, it's an awful one. Right, half an hour in and it's still 0-0. That is concerning. See, if you were not to have, like, obviously Andy Robertson's our captain, right? But if it wasn't Andy Robertson, who would you pick? Because I think Kieran Tierney is going to be the future Arsenal captain if he stays there, just based on his mentality, how much of like he's a big boost to have in the team, pushing people forward, encouraging them. But you can also make an argument for John McGinn. Yeah, he is a character in the team, like he's the funny guy and everything, but when it comes down to it, he's an absolute machine as well. That boy just cannot stop running. But who would your, like, I actually don't even, oh, this is bad, I don't know who the vice captain is. John McGinn collects the ball and it goes out there for a corner. Billy Gilmore taking the free kick or the corner kick. Whipped it in. Nobody. Taken down there by Armstrong. Armstrong passed it back there to Robertson. Robertson, very good ball over there. Billy Gilmore heads it in there, but Che Adams does collect it. Looking for someone available and out there again for another corner. See, Scotland seem to be going through these absolute stints of mad possession and mad attacking, and then it just slows down, and we haven't capitalised on it, which is concerning. Because if we were to have this, and like we end up coming up against Sweden, Poland, or somebody in the playoffs, it's going to be very worrying. That was an awful corner from John McGinn. Nathan Patterson dispossesses though, pass it back there to John McGinn, keeps possession, tries to overlap, does a dummy though, keeps it into the ball, a big cross in there and picked up there by Moldova. They hoof the ball back up and they're on a little bit of a counter again, but there's no one available for them. Oh no, actually I'm wrong. He's got the ball and dispossessed there by Jack Hendry doing his job. Come on, Jack. Well then, big man. I saw a thing on Scottish people on Twitter, on Reddit, and I don't know if any of you will get the reference, but whenever you get to that certain age, if you're a young guy, like you're a wee man growing up, and then somebody tells you one day, you alright, big man? That is a state of, I'm now the big man. If anyone can actually relate to that reference. Because whenever you're a wee guy growing up, like you're sitting out with your dad, your uncles, your granddad or something, and then somebody references you as, big man. It's a good day, that. It's when you know you've made it. Going to be another goal kick here to Moldova. 35 minutes in and we haven't scored. I'm a bit worried now. We've definitely been the better team, there's no doubt about it, but it's only one stat matters, as people say, and it's the one on the screen. Because we definitely weren't the better team against Austria, as much as people might deny it. Like they try to play us off the park, but we won on the night. Is that reference to Still Game? No, it's not a reference to Still Game. It's from, I just saw it on Twitter one day, like Scottish people Twitter. And that's where I got it from. Oh, that could have been a handball, but got away with it. I don't know if you've seen actually the amount of views Still Game got over the last month and a half or so. Went through the roof because of people looking for Squid Game. the still game got that popular that it ended up being on like the Netflix homepage for like America, Australia, and everything. Moldova keeping possession here over on the left hand side, looking for somewhere to pass it. They don't really know what to do here with the ball. Moldova now have possession in our half, but looking just for people available, and there's not really anything. He's offside, and it's going to be a Craig Gordon collection there. Scotland need the goal here before half time. We can't be waiting to second half again. I can't deal with the pressure like we done against that Israel game. If you haven't seen the reaction that I had, you can go and check my channel out for that, because that was something else. That's true. If we don't beat Moldova, it would be pathetic, but it would be the Scotland way. Like, you know what? Like, we probably we'll draw this game, and then we'll beat Denmark, who haven't even conceded a goal. Right, Robertson's got the ball there and dispossessed there by Moldova, who does a lofted through ball there, and what a return there from Leo Cooper, getting possession back. Stuart Armstrong collects it high off the pitch, gets dispossessed and then retains it back there. John McGinn takes it, going down here on the left hand side over to Kieran Tierney, looking for someone available. Patterson takes it down over there to Billy Gilmore, is it? Over to Stuart Armstrong, looking for someone available. Oh, he's only really got 2 players available. Jack Henry's got it. Back over to Billy Gilmore. He's got to give a big cross in here. Nathan Patterson gets his goal. Fantastic. Come on. That's the most I've ever cheered for a Rangers player in my life. Deserves it as well. If you go back and check my previous videos, like, I try to take my Celtic bias out of it, and I put Nathan Patterson in most of my starting 11s for the Euros that he didn't quite make. But that was fantastic from him. Absolutely deserves it. I'm a Celtic fan, but Scotland comes first. Fantastic wee man. Deserves it. Absolutely deserves it. Fair play, big man. I'll call him big man now. No, I'm delighted for the man. Why is there a VAR check? Well, to be fair, we've had so many benefits from VAR that I understand if this was to go back. I don't know when the offside could have been, though. Can this actually be... Like, when was the offside? It's a goal. It's a goal. We're good. We're good. It's alright, Darno. I know what you meant, man. Take it, man. Come on. We're in the playoffs as it stands. Nothing to fear. And I was trying to do my predictions and have a look at who we could play in the playoffs and all that sort of stuff, but there isn't a chance. Like, there's so little teams you'd rather play. Like, we could end up playing Austria again, you know, because they'll be the Nations League team. And obviously, draw with them at home, beat them away, you would take it. Nathan Patterson's confidence now is going to be through the roof. Big time, mate. Big time. I'm delighted for Patterson. Like, I am a Celtic fan, but I'm delighted that he got his goal, because Scotland comes first. He deserves that. He's been waiting a long time. And the fact that he's only been a sub for Rangers is quite disappointing because I'd rather he gets the game time. But now that Gerrard's gone, maybe he will come back and get a few more minutes. Absolutely deserves it. Moldova's just passing around the ball at the back here, and it is... Oh, they're trying to play in the counter-attack, but I'm surprised he was actually able to collect that there, the number 9. Number 15 now passing it over to number 5. Over there, they're coming down here on our right-hand side. You're a Dundee United fan. I just used to remember I can't remember the guy's first name, but Mackay Stephen was the 5-star skiller on FIFA a good couple of years ago. That would have been a good few FIFAs ago, actually. They're going for it. It's a sold-out game on Monday. You're lucky if you get to go. As long as this stays out, we're in the playoffs. Big game so far. Nathan Patterson goal is all that separates us and going to the World Cup playoffs. It's mad to think that the World Cup playoffs, Scotland. It's just a shame the World Cup's in Qatar. Or probably about 20 quid a pint or something out there. If we win, does that mean the semi-final will be at Hampden Park? I believe so. I think that's what it is, because we would have enough points to be a seeded team, and that way we don't really like the semi-final would be at Hampden. We would play an unseeded team. I think you're right. Yeah. It's going to be a big long goal kick here from Craig Gordon. I don't think 1-0's enough though. I think we need a bit more than that. Andy Robertson passing out here to Tierney. That left-hand play link-up is working out absolutely perfectly so far. Over at Cal McGregor's ex-Celtic teammate. Yeah, exactly. It wouldn't even be good beer. Probably about 1% beer. Oh, Patterson. You know what? You're allowed to let off. You're allowed to let off because you scored the goal. We need a 3-0. Goal difference is actually going to be key though, to who we end up playing. Because it's not 100% guaranteed we'd be a seeded team. It's most likely going to happen, but goal difference is what's going to have to save us here to make sure that we are. It's not like the championship playoffs where it's like third plays 7th and so on. Jeez, their manager's going schizo. Like, I don't know what he expects. Oh, right. 2 minutes till half time. It's going to be a big game here. We're so close to this, like World Cup playoffs. And I don't know if any of you seen yesterday that Georgia beat Sweden 2-0. And we deserve our revenge against Georgia after a couple of years ago, which basically done us out of qualifying for the last World Cup playoffs. So it's a huge game like that one. We want to be one of the seeded teams, so we end up only having to have, well, It's the Scotland way, though. No matter who we play, we'll end up going to penalties twice, won't we? Big cross in there, over to nobody. Moldova collecting out there for another collection there. Ball is just being headed around there, but Andy Robertson now has the ball at his feet. Coming down the centre of the pitch was a bit strange for him. A long cross over there to Nathan Patterson, but intercepted there by Moldova. Then intercepted again by Jack Hendry, and then intercepted again by Moldova, and then intercepted again by Liam Cooper. The interception minutes are coming over. Kieran Tierney collects the ball back to Craig Gordon. Big long crossover. That's what happens when Sweden play Victor Lindelof. I take it you've got a bit of Man United connection around you. Ball over to Robertson, back to Tierney. Over to Craig Gordon, back to Tierney. Over to Billy Gilmore, over to Craig Gordon. Just hoof that ball out. Is that going to be a throw? No, that's half time. Right, we go into half time 1-0 up against Moldova. So far, so good. We are in the playoffs as it stands. Israel cannot catch us as it stands. Got a long way to go yet. Another full 45 minutes of this game. Believe. I've got the Skelp jersey on, which is the Scottish esports team. But as it stands, we're doing good. Right. I'm going to leave the stream up and running. I will be back in 10 minutes. Come on, Scotland. start the playoff planning then? Right. I'll chat to you after it anyway. Bye. Right. Got more. Oh, I forgot my beer. Oh, sorry, I missed all the chats there to catch up, but you're a Man United and Dundee United fan. That's fair enough, to be honest. I would be a Celtic fan and an Arsenal fan. My local team from where I was born would be Greenock Morton, but I wouldn't follow them at all, to be honest. Oh, so what's your ratings there of the first half? What do you think? I think there's going to be more. I think this second half we're going to come out and try to give it more because 1-0 is never safe. You know what? I might be ambitious here, but I'm going to suggest 3. I think we're going to score 2 goals this second half now. Have we really demolished the team in this entire game? Or qualifiers, apart from Faroe Islands at home where we won 4. I think that's the only one, you know. I think that is the only one we absolutely dominated. I don't think we're going to park the bus, you know. Not against this, but you never know, actually, like, because I say that from, like, a younger manager's point of view, but with Steve Clark, you just don't know. He could easily just say, right, do not concede. It's very difficult to tell, you know. Nah, Moldova at home, we only won 1-0, you know. Oh, right. A minute or 2 left. No, I agree. I also think if we do get one more, it's going to be a great opportunity for Clarkey to probably experiment with Nesbitt and I forgot your man's name, the new boy that came from Stoke. What's his name? Jacob Brown. Just having a look at his stats here. He doesn't score that many goals. He scored 1 against Reading in August, 1 against Huddersfield in September, 1 against Sheffield United, and You scored 3 in the last month and a bit. It's not really that great for a striker, though, is it? Like, it's not something I'd be writing home about who we need to get or who we need to be putting pressure on. But even saying that, Kevin Nisbet's not scored in a long, long time either. YouTube keeps telling me to turn my bitrate down, so I'll do that for next stream. Is the stream steady though? Like, does it look alright? Because it seems alright. Oh, it's getting close now, you know. When was that game, Durno? Because that might, I assume that was quite a while ago now. Yeah. Should definitely wear a non-green headset. What's my thoughts on Gerrard leaving Rangers? Do you want what I want, or do you want my biased opinion or my unbiased opinion? Because there's two. October 3rd, so quite a while ago then. Right, long ball there for Moldova there after they just had kickoff. It's going to be a Scotland throw on the left-hand side. Kieran Tierney's taking it. Long throw down there to Che Adams, who chests it down but collected there by Moldova, picks it back up. My unbiased opinion is, when we lost Brendan Rodgers at Celtic, it was the worst time ever because we were on for the treble. He was the won 3 trebles in a row, or quadruples. I can't remember which one it was at the time. It was such a bad time because, like, why would you leave at that point? Because Leicester, right, were safe in the Premier League. They were not going to be relegated. They were not going to be anything. It was perfect for them just to wait to the end of the season. Cause it was like March. There was no transfer window, no nothing coming up. It was just as it was. What a ball! Che Adams takes it up. Oh, that's going to be a corner. Goal kick. So that was an awful time for Celtic. Like, the fact he left in the way he did. And Rangers absolutely laughed at us. Took the piss, as well as a lot of other Scottish teams like Hearts and Dunfermline, I remember, Hamilton. Like, a lot of their fans were like, aha, you lost the manager and so on. And it sucked. It was an awful time for him to leave. Luckily, Neil Lennon came in and still won us the treble that year, but it was not a good situation. Whereas now, they've lost Gerrard when they're still in Europe. 2018, 2019, I can't remember which, to be honest. Obviously, we had Lennon before, and then someone else. But it was a bad time. And now it is the fact that Gerrard's left when they're still in Europe. They're top of the league. After 2 weeks after he said I'm comfortable, to quote him directly. He said he was comfortable. He's a scumbag, to be honest. To Rangers fans, he's an absolute scumbag, and I understand why they're angry, because it's one thing is like, he didn't have to leave now. Like, Villa, they're not. They might be in a relegation battle, but it's a long way off having that danger. And it's such a gamble for him to go there. I just don't agree with it. I think it's a stupid decision from him personally to do that. He would have done. He would have left if he left at the end of the season with Rangers. He would have went down perfect, depending if he won the league or not. But he took them so far in Europe, something that Rangers fans haven't seen in a decade. And then this happens. It just doesn't sit right for football fans. Do I still have respect for Brendan Rodgers? Absolutely not. No chance. I know he's a good manager, and I know that about him. But the way he left Celtic was an absolute disgrace. Like, he could have went to Leicester at the end of the season. They would have waited for him because Leicester were not in a relegation battle. They were like mid-table. They were fine. He just left at the worst time. And he could, like, if he left at the end of the season, there's not a Celtic fan in the world that would have disrespected him for it. But leaving at that point was just stupid and selfish. It was dumb. And vice versa there for Gerrard. Villa might be in a relegation battle, but there would have been another Premier League team at the end of the season that would have taken him. Why would he want to go to Villa? And to be honest, even going back to the full point, like, Dean Smith getting sacked was also stupid. Like, yeah, they're on a bad form of, 5 games without a win. Whoop-de-doo, like, there's been so many other teams that are on worse track records. Like, but top 6 teams have been in worse track records and not sacked their manager. It seems a bit unfair after how well they done. Yeah, they sold Jack Grealish, but they started the season off so well. They just had a bad spell and then sacked their manager. It's just injustice, like, it shouldn't have happened. Okay, it's going to be another pass at the back here for Moldova coming down the left-hand side. I think it's going to be Bram Vonkhorst, or Van Bronckhorst, if I said that wrong. The ex-Feyenoord manager, or he might still be the Feyenoord manager. I think it's going to be him. There was so many rumours that it was going to be like a complete swap with Dean Smith or something, but I don't see that happening. I think it is going to be him. He's an ex-Celtic or ex-Rangers player, so it makes more sense. Look at that ball there coming out. Patterson's got loads of room coming down this right-hand side now, looking for someone to make available. Moldova have, as you said, parked the bus. No one available. McGregor going out there to Tierney, or Robertson, sorry. Looking for someone to be available. Stuart Armstrong comes forward back to Tierney. Moldova are putting the pressure on, though, at the halfway line. It's going to be right back to Craig Gordon here. We don't really have much available. Moldova keep possession of the ball. They're going to be knocked out there for a throw into Scotland. Who do you think is going to be the next Rangers manager then? McGinn there over to Robertson. Great touch there. Takes the ball down collectively. Looking for someone available. Over there to Stuart Armstrong. Looking for someone available. But he's going forward himself. Leaves over there for Nathan Patterson. Has a cross in there. And a very awful cross. You know what? That is such a good question. Is Norwich picking Gilmour a disgraceful... It's so hard to answer that question because I think Billy Gilmour is definitely the Scotland Messi, like the future of Scotland football. He's so good. But Kenny McLean is keeping him out of that Norwich squad. Even though they've taken him from Chelsea, and he's a Champions League winner medal technically, and he was good when he played for Chelsea. And we all know how good he is playing for Scotland. I just think there's something he's not gelling with. Oh, what a weird ball. Why is every corner we take not beating the first man at the corner? Oh, John McGinn nearly had that. Nathan Patterson collects it down over there again to Nathan Patterson, and he's dispossessed. Moldova on the counter. But I do agree that Billy Gilmour should probably be getting more game time, especially since they've taken him on for Chelsea. But I've watched his games. I've watched a lot of the match of the day stuff with Norwich and everything, but he isn't playing well. Like, he's not. So it makes sense to drop him. And it's so weird because when he comes out for Scotland, he's got a better relationship with the players around him. He's an absolute machine and a far better player for Scotland than he is for Norwich. So I don't disagree with the fact he's been dropped. I don't. He's not got one goal or assist from midfield all season. Even if he started, I think, the first 6 or 7 games, and Norwich only won their first game last week, so they've been humiliated. They're not playing well, so they had to change something. Someone was joking that might be Muscat. I don't know what that means either. Yeah, like that's an even stranger one. Like, they spent so much money on Van de Beek, and like he's barely even had a game. Like, he's not even had minutes to prove himself or not. Like, he's just been bought and left on the side. Same with Sancho. Sancho was brought to United and he's just done absolutely not like he's done nothing. He's just not had the opportunity to do anything really. He's their super sub that Man United bring on whenever they're in a struggling position. It just makes no sense. Moldova sitting here with a really good set piece situation. Craig Gordon looking ready. That's a good ball, but no one on the end of it. You're Ollie out. I think there's a lot of the fans for Man United that are Ollie out, but not. I think from a business point of view, it's not the best decision. Great ball there to Stuart Armstrong, but his first touch lets him down. Dispossessed there. Moldova now have the ball down here on the right hand side. Oh, right. I'm sorry, I missed that completely. Right over my head. There is, like, I saw a couple of memes of that one there, that Kevin Muscat could be the next Rangers manager. Moldova just passed it round the back here. To be honest, like, how boring's this first 10 minutes of the second half been? Absolutely nothing's happened. What am I having for tea? I don't know. I haven't even thought about it. I'll work out after the game. Great ball there from John McGinn down to Che Adams. Oh, picked up there by Callum McGregor there after Billy Gilmour got a little bit of a foul, but they played advantage over at Nathan Patterson there. Back over to John McGinn, looking for someone available, but John McGinn's got a little bit of space in front of him and he passes it very incorrectly, and it was picked up there by Moldova. And Moldova have possession just outside the box. They're looking for somewhere for the ball to go, and it goes right back to the keeper and into their defence. Oh, I thought that was the linesman there. Chips and tatties. Not had that in years. Big long ball there from Moldova, going over there to the right hand side or left hand side, depending on the angle you're looking at. Moldova have got a bit about them, you know. Back over there to the number 7 at the halfway line, but no one's making themselves available. Scotland need a second goal in this game at a big time. Back over there, it's passing it about, but dispossessed there by... I can't even see who that is. Oh, Billy Gilmore got absolutely fouled and then taken back. That's absolutely unreal from Billy Gilmore there. If we blow this, it'll be so... yeah, we've definitely been the better team in this game, like 100%. Yellow card there at number 3 there for Moldova. Second yellow card of the game, I believe. Big ball down there to John McGinn. Great touch. Look for someone available. Pass over there to Callum McGregor. Great first touch there. McGregor brings out Stuart Armstrong. Takes a shot there, but blocked there by just outside the box. Goes out there for a Scotland throw down the right-hand side. Jack Hendry's going to take it, but no, he passes it over there to Nathan Patterson. Keeps himself available. Back to Jack Hendry now. Great ball over there to Kieran Tierney, who passes it forward to Stuart Armstrong, but it is dispossessed. It's actually not a great pass at all, but Tierney does collect the rebound, and the rebound comes off him there for a Moldova throw down the left-hand side. Passes it back there. Moldova have got possession now at the halfway line. You can hear the Scotland fans singing a Billy Gilmore song, but I don't know that one yet. I need to look that up. Moldova just keeping the ball at the halfway line and in their own half. Dispossessed there. John McGinn takes the ball and Nathan Patterson collects it. Scotland have advantage. He's looking for someone available for him. It's going to be another foul. Going to be a foul very high up the pitch, actually, for Scotland. John McGinn got absolutely manhandled there, actually. Referee made a good call there, even though he's Serbian. Hopefully he doesn't remember the game a year ago. I know them ones. I also know Will Be Coming and Ado Adir. And the wallpaper sticks to the wall. Come on, John. Moldova make a sub. Number 6 comes on. I don't even know who went off. Number 3 came off for number 6. Oh, McGinn came on there, but keeper comes and collects it there on the rebound. Going to be a short throw there, but John McGinn makes possession. Oh, he nearly intercepted a great ball there. Oh, it's going to be a Scotland throw. Nathan Patterson comes to get it. Callum McGregor collects the ball there over I think that's Andy Robertson. Long ball there to Che Adams, who does collect it. Back heel pass there to Che Adams. You know what? Che Adams has actually been very good. Oh, what a ball there, but it goes in with number 14, Billy Gilmore. Oh, it takes a shot, deflected. Doesn't know what to do with the ball, but it's going to be a Scotland. What? What? That's a bit of a surprise. I thought that would have been a Scotland throw. Number 7 picks up a yellow card. I don't even know how to pronounce that name. Ionayata. Goal kick there for Moldova. Another sub there by Moldova. Number 13 comes on for number 18. To try to get some energy. Moldova put a little bit of pressure there on our back line, but quickly recovered there. Nathan Patterson collects it. Billy Gilmore does a lofted through ball there, but then picked up there by Moldova. Goes out there for another Scotland throw. You know what? I don't think there's anyone that's worthwhile taking off right now. Stuart Armstrong is the only one that looks a bit sketchy there, but he had a good 15-20 minutes there or so, so I don't think I would take off anyone at this current point of time. No one looks that knackered yet. If we get another goal, maybe bring on that Jacob guy just to see what he can do. But until we get another goal, nah. There's no point taking anyone off right now. Right, no one looks that knackered yet. No one looks like they've got cramp. I don't want to ruin what we've got. Same against the England game, if you remember that. Lofted ball there over Nathan Patterson. Pass over there. Che Adams, and come on! 2-0. We're in the playoffs. We're in the playoffs. Come on! Come on, the playoffs have our name written on it. Nathan Patterson, man of the match so far. Oof. John McGinn, though, with that wee silky back heel. That wee silky back heel there from John McGinn is probably the most underrated thing that's going to happen at all qualifiers. Right in front of the Scotland fans as well. What you would love to see. Fantastic stuff. Now, just get a couple more and then we can start experimenting. There we go. Another wee free kick there at Scotland. Ali McCoy said it bang on there. Give us another one, then he'll be comfortable. He's more than a man. He's better than Zidane. Is that the John McGinn, or sorry, Billy Gilmore song? Nathan Patterson takes it back. Scotland got possession of the ball. That's going to be a foul, but no, he takes it down. Billy Gilmore collects the repercussions. Takes over there to Kieran Tierney, but a very bad pass there from Billy Gilmore. Now Moldova's on it and collected perfectly then. We've got my John McGinn, Super John McGinn. I just don't think you understand. I love that song. I was at the Scotland-England game during the Euros and that song made my throat go raw. Moldova just keeping a bit of possession now round the back, but 2-0 up is fantastic. You know what? I've seen so many people complaining, especially on like the Scottish football websites, that Steve Clarke plays boring football. I don't give a shit if he plays boring football. The man has got us into a Euros. He has got us into a playoff now for the World Cup. He knows what he's doing. We don't know what's the best decision. He does. We trust in him. No Scotland, no party. I love them all singing that. Right, back over there. Kieran Tierney's got it, just creeping into the Moldova half there. Over there to Andy Robertson. A big long cross to nobody, and it goes out for a Scotland corner, possibly, or is that a throw? I don't know the angle it went at. Moldova making another 2 subs, number 16 and 17 coming on. This is unbelievable. Like, we are actually going to be in a World Cup playoff. And I think the draw is in a week's time or 2 weeks' time. And we'll find out who we get. It's too early to start predicting who we can get, who we can't get yet. So I don't want to even suggest that. But there's certain teams out there you would absolutely love. Not Spain. If there's no Scotland in the World Cup, then basically there's no party. Well, that is the quote. But at the same time, in Qatar, is there even going to be a party? Because there's no alcohol in that country. It's illegal technically. I know they're setting up fan zones where it is, but would you even want that? It's probably the worst time for Scotland to qualify for World Cup. Oh, John McGinn touches it back. Oh, Moldova dispossessed him. Great there from Callum McGregor. Over to Che Adams. Take a shot, pal. Takes a deflection over for the corner. Yeah, I saw that, mate. I saw that. I saw North Macedonia are actually sitting second in their group. 100% you would want them, like, as your team. But that's one of them ones. That's the dream draw, like. And we will be seeded if we stay with this result. The goal difference will be fine, but I know with the teams with more, the groups with more teams in it, their goal difference and points are taken away with the teams with 6. That's in. Is that not in? Oh, you shouldn't have waved your arms there, pal. Scotland has as many good gaffers, but Clarke is making a name for himself. You're bang on, mate. Absolutely bang on. Alex McLeish was an amazing manager back in his day, but when he went to England from Rangers, it was just never as good. And he never really achieved that. Like, I can admit that I don't live in Scotland currently. And I live near where he did manage Birmingham. And an absolute hero around these areas for Birmingham City fans. See, you said there you want North Macedonia or Poland. I want Poland if Lewandowski's injured. Because it's Lewandowski. You don't know what he can do. It's not the Poland that we had about 6-7 years ago where they had Błaszczykowski. Szczesny is still their keeper, who is unbelievable. Like, Albania seems more of an appeal to me than Poland. But, like, I think everyone would want North Macedonia. Everyone would want them. But we're getting ahead of ourselves so far, like, because we don't know who we're going to get. We still have to be a seeded team, technically. We're still at least, like, the Denmark game, I don't think it's going to matter anymore. Especially in goal. A point against them would guarantee that we're a seeded team. Nathan Patterson, oh, unlucky there, mate. Passing back, dispossessed again. How's that a foul? Wait, is a yellow card to Moldova? What the hell happened there? Oh my god, actually, the camera angle didn't do that justice at all. Easily could have been a red there. Didn't look that sketch, to be honest. Oh yeah, I agree. You want North Macedonia because they were the only team to do worse than Scotland in the Euros. Them and Turkey. Did Turkey do worse than us? I think they did. Stuart Armstrong takes it down, looking for someone available. Callum McGregor takes it back. Oh, he's gone for it. Come on! What? Why was that offside? Who do I think was the worst Scotland manager of all time? Gordon Strachan was a bit shite. He was definitely a bit outdated. His style of play was not evolved enough to adapt to the current game. Oh, no. Who was your man? Oh, the Scotland manager in like the early 2010s. I need to Google it. Can't even mind the name. He was tragic. Not Gordon Strachan. Why they qualify? Honestly, there's no point even predicting that until we know who we get. Really isn't. What's that guy's name? I cannot remember it. Craig Levein. Craig Levein was tragic as Scotland manager. He was definitely the worst. No competition actually. Craig Levein was the worst. His win percentage was like 41%. You say Malky Mackay, but he was an interim manager. He wasn't full-time manager. George Burley was actually really bad as well. He had a 21% win percentage. But I don't really remember him as much because Scotland were that bad then. He played 14 games, won 3 and lost 8 actually. You know what? Just based on the stats, George Burley was bad, but I remember Craig Levein being tragic as well. But yeah, honestly, the chances of fully qualifying are not awful, like, at all. It really just depends who we get. Because you look at us playing Israel and Serbia in the playoffs, and we played them well. What year was the first that when he was Scotland manager? Craig Levein was first Scotland manager in 2009 to 2012. He played 24 games, won 10, draw 5 and lost 9. Whereas Steve Clark is played 29 games, won 13, draw 7 and won 9. But his tactics, as much as people disrespect it, has been unbelievable. Because like what he's done is just fantastic. Like, and it's hard to disagree. It might be boring, but it wins his games. And at the end of the day, there's only one stat that matters. He's going for it. That's going to be a foul. Yellow card there for Rata. Number 22, outside the box. Jesus, that was actually nasty. Aye, that's a definite yellow. Oh, I would love wee Billy Gilmore to get a goal. I think he deserves it so much. Clark's tactics are get a goal and sit back, which that's why we're playing the 5 at the back formation with the full up wing backs. Like, it's very Conte style of 2018 with Chelsea, maybe 2017. That worked very well for him because Chelsea won the league that year. But it works for Scotland, so it doesn't matter. Oh, that was an awful free kick, Billy. That was tragic. Kieran Tierney, though, coming down the right-hand side. Just done to 3 players. Cross in. Oh, deflected out there. John McGinn does a challenge. Kieran Tierney dispossesses again. Jeez, Tierney had a great run there, but just nothing came from it, unfortunately. It's a goal and part of the bus is not wrong. But it might not be the most appealing to viewers, or especially the neutral, but watching Scotland lose for 20 odd years, a win's a win, mate. A win's a win. The thing is, though, we've got good centre backs, we've got good full backs, and we've got a decent midfield. So, like, our strikers are something to be desired, to be honest, with Che Adams, Lyndon Dykes, Kevin Nisbet, and Jacob Smith. Or what was his name? Not Jacob Smith. I can't mind his name again. Why do I keep forgetting his name? Jacob Brown. Like, they're not outright strikers. Like, as much as I fucking hate them, England do have Harry Kane. Poland have Lewandowski. Norway have Haaland. We don't have that world star striker. We have an amazing defence. Jack Hendry is so underrated. Even Grant Hanley's not allowed to play tonight. We're still absolutely class at the back. Hence why we get a lot of nil victories. Oh no, it's going to be a VR penalty check. No. Scotland never do it easy. Please don't be a penalty. Please don't be a penalty. Oh, it is a penalty. There's no doubt about it. Nathan Patterson's elbowed the ball. It's a penalty, like... That's a penalty. Can't even look at the screen right now, that's why I'm looking this way. It's a penalty. No argument there. I can't really say much either, and neither can the rest of us, because VAR has saved our asses so many times in the last couple of games. With the right decision. They have, like, Nathan Patterson has handballed it, but the right decision has been given against us, and we can't complain because the right decision was given for us against Austria, against Israel, against Faroe Islands. Like, we can't complain. We just have to take this one on the chin. I can't look at the screen right now, but they have. They've made the right decision. I can't. Craig Gordon, can he save it? He's like 6'9". Like, the guy could be a professional basketball player. Oh, please miss, man. Craig Gordon, please save this. Saved! Come on! What a save! Big Craig Gordon! Come on! Come on! What a save, big man! What a save! Oh, Kieran Tierney chasing that in and kicking out for a corner. Big KT, man. Absolutely unreal, like. Unsung hero of football. Cross comes in, can he go near it? And a free kick to Scotland. No doubt in my mind, man. Oh, no doubt. Kieran Tierney chasing that in was fantastic. Kieran Tierney coming in there was unbelievable. Oh, KT, man. Jesus, that was an unbelievable save from Kieran Tierney. Well, Craig Gordon, but Kieran Tierney following it in there to knock it out. Seven minutes left of normal time. Kevin Nisbet's coming on. I don't know who went off. I missed it. Done a cami here. I don't know who got sent off or taken off there. John McGinn collects it. He's looking for some space. Over there to Andy Robertson, who's got acres in front of him. Looking for someone to pass it to. Over there to John McGinn. Pass it back. They deflected out there. I think that went out there, but I think they're going to give a throw-in instead. Just noticed that Lee McGlinchey is in the chat. My distant cousin. Oh, fail. That is a fail. Could have controlled the ball there a bit more and a bit more communication. We might have... Oh, Jacob Brown's coming on. It's going to be a bit harder for them to score two at this stage. Kenny McLean coming on there. Is he coming off for John McGinn? No, Billy Gilmore's coming off. Norwich teammates having a wee swap. To be fair, like, I don't think Billy Gilmore's done a lot this game. And probably a good sub. But to be fair, he's ran a lot, so fresh legs is good. Che Adams coming off now for Jacob Brown. Sorry, I keep saying his name wrong. I'd like to see if he gets a goal. There's a lot of pressure on him because he's a younger man than Che Adams. At least he looks a lot younger. Big long ball there from the Moldova keeper, picked up there by Liam Cooper, I believe. Billy's been good this game, but he's had better games, if you know what I mean. He's taking the ball there completely clean there, but they played advantage too long. And I'm not saying they had a bad game. I'm just saying it wasn't his best game. He's ran a lot, but not been as what would you call that word? Like, he's not been like as impulsive as he's normally. I don't even know who would be my man of the match so far. Out of the 85 minutes played so far, who would be your man of the match? It's hard to not say Nathan Patterson, but he did get a yellow card, so by fantasy football standards, he would be taken down a peg for that. I say it's either Nathan Patterson or John McGinn. Like, it's one of them two, because they were phenomenal. The Liverpool game in the FA Cup. Did Liverpool play Stoke? Or I'm not familiar with the Liverpool game in the FA Cup, to be honest. Jack Henry, long throw straight to Moldova, though. Taken down there by Liam Cooper. Over to Cal McGregor. Long ball over. Intercepted there again by Moldova, who's passed it over. And then Moldova on the attack down this left-hand side. Nathan Patterson has collected the ball very calmly and perfectly. Oh, Nathan Patterson. A bit of a scuffed ball, but at least the throw-in's a bit higher up the pitch than it was. Moldova's in a bit on the benchmark here. They don't know where to go. They're sitting on the halfway line, just crossing it across. Can't believe Craig Gordon saved that penalty. Fair fucking play to him. They don't really know what they're doing. Moldova just started passing it back. Probably Gordon made some good saves in the penalty. You know what? I can't disagree with that. Craig Gordon could be man of the match. He made a great save the first half. Saving a penalty is always huge. Oh, a bit of a foul there and a pullback. You know what? There's about 5 players that could be in with the shout. John McGinn, Nathan Patterson, Craig Gordon, and Kieran Tierney. Like, the 4 of them could easily be man of the match. But I think you might be right. Andy Robertson's not been awful. He's not been like Champions League standard either. He's there and he's in about it, but I don't think he's been tragic. Like he's in about it. Lee, I will fucking slit your throat if you say I've got an English accent. Cal Freezy is an absolute fraud. He wears a kilt but supports England. It's no happening, man. I'm not Cal Freezy. Wears a kilt to the KSI Logan Paul fight, but then he wears a bloody... He supports England during the Euros? Nah. No happening. He's also from Air. He lived in Tunisia and Egypt. I'm not him. How could you even suggest such a thing? Aye. Cal Freezy is a Scottish YouTuber who lives in England but supports English football. His dad used to work in the army. Aye. Lee, can I slap you at Christmas time when I see you? Just for that remark. It's no happening, man. David Turnbull is making the sub now for John McGinn. John McGinn has absolutely ran his socks off the day. Fair play to the man. For those of you that don't know, Lee is my distant cousin, so I am well within my rights to slap him. Big long 3 minutes. You know what? I'll take that. Harder for them to score now. It is a long overdue slap, I'd say. Aye. I've not been home or not been back to Ireland in what, 5 years? Or no, not 5 years. I was back from my granny's funeral, but I haven't seen you in years due to COVID. Right, big cross here now from Moldova into the Scotland box. This didn't happen. Right, 1 minute of extra time gone. That was an awful corner. Callum McGregor takes it down there. Jacob Smith takes it down. Oh, he gives it away really stupidly. He tries to win it back there, which is a bit fair. Craig Gordon takes the shot from outside the box very calmly. Has the ball. Just killing a bit of time as he should do. I dumped him in the middle of Aberdeen in a Celtic shirt. Imagine dumping him like outside Govan in a Celtic shirt. Then that would be the worst. Put him down Easter Road in a Hearts shirt. Big long ball there from the 50-year-old goalkeeper that is actually 35. taken down there. Jacob Smith. Jacob Smith's actually been doing not bad though with the ball at his feet, apart from giving it away. It's going to be a free kick now to Moldova in the Scotland half. Lee, you're getting called out here. What are you going to say to that? You know what, Durnell? He's actually a Man United fan. He's a Man United fan, so you two would get on. Although he did support Spurs for a while, but he probably hates me mentioning that. I'm getting phone calls now. 2-0. We'll take it. I'll be back here on Monday for the Denmark game. We are in the playoffs after so many attempts. Hang up a second. We're in the playoffs after so many attempts. We probably will be a seeded team with that result. This is fantastic. We don't know who we've got yet. We'll find out in 2 weeks' time. Thank you, everyone, for watching. There was over 3,000 people that have tuned in over the entire thing. Big shout out to Durno and Neil Lawrence, who stayed with me the whole game. Commenting makes it such a big thing. Come on, Scotland. We've made the playoffs. Israel are going to be gutted, but Disney matter. Be back on Tuesday or Monday for the Denmark game. Looking forward to it. Thank you everyone again for watching. Fantastic result for the boys. What we needed. Come on, Scotland. I'll see you Monday. Let's go.